Hi guys, for today's video I'm actually going to be doing a tag video which I haven't done for a while. I did this one on my blog a couple of months ago and I really enjoyed doing it, so I thought I'd film a video version. It's the Taylor Swift book tag, and as you know, well, you might not know, I like Taylor Swift quite a lot. So to celebrate her new album coming out and doing such an amazing job, I thought I would do the Taylor Swift book tag today for you. This is a debut release from this year, which is called Killer Instinct by S.E. Green. I've seen it talked about quite a lot on blogs and it's got quite a mixed reaction. I absolutely adored the beginning of this one. I thought it was incredible. I thought the premise was amazing, but it really had lost it by the ending for me, and then the actual ending just really wasn't for me. So I started off loving it, and then by the end, yeah, no. Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. That's always the first one that comes to me when someone says about a red cover, which obviously is book 2 in the Hunger Games series, just in case by some chance you didn't already know that. Ooh, I would say anything by Enid Blyton, because I have such amazing memories of my mum reading her books to me, and then me getting a little bit older and reading them on my own, and then rereading them as I got older. There's so many different books I could have chosen for this, but I think I'm going to stick with my original pick when I first did this tag, which was Daughter of Smoke and Bone, because there's a lot of sort of forbidden love in YA books, and I think about 90% of it is terrible. So I love Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So that's one that I think is really well handled and beautifully written. So that's my choice. Anyone who reads my blog knows that I kind of love bitches. I kind of really like bitchy characters, like sort of the lovable bitch. I can't help but warm to them, and I think the author who writes those characters best is probably Paige Harbison. I almost went with Courtney Summers for this because she writes some amazing bitchy characters, but I think Paige Harbison just edges it for me. If I had to pick one, I'd pick Bridget from Here Lies Bridget, because she's a bitch, but I was still kind of in tears by the end. So yeah. Spoilers. I think this happened to a lot of other people as well, but I had the ending of Allegiant spoiled for me, and I think anyone who's read the series will understand that that's a bit of a game changer. This one, Being Billy by Phil Earle, which is a brilliant UK YA book. If you haven't read it, seriously pick it up. It's beautiful and it'll probably make you cry, and it's also hilarious. And I think Billy is one of the characters who goes through the biggest change from any book I've read. So yeah, Being Billy by Phil Earle. My answer to this will never change. You could have asked me this 10 years ago, and you could ask me in 10 years' time, and I will always pick Edie and Dylan from the Diary of a Crush books by Sarah Manning. Oh my god, best couple ever, love them. Oh, when I first did this tag on my blog, I didn't really have an answer, so I did, I said Butter by Erin Jade Lang, which was the book that I was kind of most anticipating last year, but I'm going to pick The Last Leaves Falling by Sarah Benwell, who's one of my best friends, and it's her first book, and it's coming out on January the 29th, and it's stunning and beautiful, and you'll cry and you'll love it. So yeah, that should be everyone's most anticipated book release for 2015 because it's incredible. Probably The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've had the same copy for years now, and it's my favourite book of all time, so I don't think I'd want to part with that particular copy. This is a really difficult question for me to answer because I cry at everything. If anything's remotely emotional, I usually cry. So there's a lot of books. There's a pretty big pool of books I could have picked from for this answer. But I think I'm going to go for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Choker by Elizabeth Woods. I loved that book. It's one of my favourite books ever, and no one else really seems to like it that much. People had like a really mediocre, just really mediocre reviews for that book, but I thought it was incredible. I still think it's one of the best books I've read since I started blogging, and I love it, so yeah. So those are my answers for the Taylor Swift book tag. I hope you enjoyed this, even if you don't like Taylor Swift. But I tag anyone who's watching this, as well as any of my fellow bookish Brits. If they can't think of a video to do any day, I tag you to do this if you're stuck for ideas, guys. So there we go. Now I'm going to go off and listen to some Taylor Swift, I think. Bye!